Here we go. Perek Gimel. V'hanachash haya arum. Okay? Arum seems to be the same word as naked, right? We saw in the end of, if you're on page 30, Pasuk Chaf Hey is describing Adam Merchava in Gan Eden as arumim. Here, a nachash is arum. A nachash, of course, is naked. This means that he's cunning, he's manipulative. A nachash, a snake, is it means that they are sneaky. It means that the nachash is haya arum mikol chayat hasadeh asher asa Hashem Elokim. Okay, the nachash is the most sneaky. It's the most arum of all of the animals in the world. Third line, vayomer el haisha af ki amar Elokim lo tochlu mikol eitz hagan. So he strikes up conversation with Chava. Now we don't know that her name is Chava. Yes, she's going to be named at the end of this Perek, but he strikes up, this Nachash strikes up conversation with the woman, with Chava, and she says, Af ki amar Elokim lo tochlu mikol eitz hagan. Did Hashem ever say that you're not allowed to eat from all the trees, in the Gan, in Gan Eden? She says back, Mi pri eitz hagan nochal. She says no, from the trees of the eitz hagan we're allowed to eat. Umi pri ha'etz asher betoch hagan amar Elokim lo tochlu mimenu v'lo tig'u bo pentamuton. So the woman said, from the trees of Gan Eden you're allowed to eat, but of the fruit of the tree that's in the middle of the Gan, right? Look at the pasuk. We pri eitz asher betoch, that's in the middle of the Gan. What happens? Amar, God said, Lo tochlu mimenu v'lo tig'u bo. Chava is saying to the Nachash, there's one tree in the middle that we're not allowed to eat from, and we're not allowed to touch. Now, that's not true. You're not allowed to eat it, but Hashem never said anything about not being able to touch it. But she adds this additional detail, which is going to really hurt her. Vayomer Nachash el isha lo motu. Nachash says, you're not going to die. That's crazy. You're not going to die. Pasuk Ki ado Elokim ki bayom achaltem mimenu. You know why? You know why he has all these crazy rules, Hashem? Because he knows that if you eat from this tree, what's going to happen? When you eat from it, your eyes are going to open. You're going to know everything, and you're going to be like a god. This is the Nachash telling her you should eat it, and he's tricking her. He's saying if you eat it, you're going to become like God. And the only reason God is saying don't eat it is because God is selfish. God wants to be the only powerful one. So he says don't eat it because he knows that there's something special in this tree, and if you eat it, you're going to become smart like Hashem. And now all of a sudden the Nachash is getting Chava to think twice about this. What is this? Maybe the Nachash is right. Maybe this. Maybe that. So the woman saw kitova eitz lemachal, that the fruit looked very, very good on this tree. It was like it was a big desire for her eyes. Meaning sometimes food can taste good and look good. But sometimes if it doesn't look so good, right, maybe it's going to taste good, but it's not it doesn't draw you in. It's not so attractive. The nechmad ha'etz lahaskil, right? It was so appealing to her. It was nechmad. It was beautiful. Vatikach pirio vatocha. So what does she do? She takes from this eitz hadas that she's not allowed to eat. She takes vatikach mi pirio. She takes from its fruit. She takes whatever. Let's just say an apple, and she eats it. Vatiten gam isha ima. And then she says, whoa, this is so good. She gives also to Isha, to her husband. Isha here doesn't mean wife, it means to her husband. And also Adam eats. So the Nachash wins. The Nachash basically tricked them and made them want to eat it and got her to eat it. And she eats it and she gives it to her husband, she gives it to Adam. Pasuk Zayin, their eyes opened up, right? Meaning they became more knowledgeable. And then all of a sudden they realized, whoa, we're naked. Ki erumim heim. We are undressed. Vayitperu alei teina. So what? They're embarrassed. They want to cover themselves. Vayitperu alei teina. They sewed together. Teina is a fig. They take fig leaves and they sew them together. Chagoret, and they basically make a chagoret is going to be here. We'll describe it as a covering for them to cover up themselves. So they ate. They sinned. They're naked. So now they cover themselves. All of a sudden they hear this voice of Hashem that is coming through Gan Eden. Vayitchabe ha'adam ishto. Vayitchabe means they hid. They got nervous. They got scared. Maybe they realized that they did something wrong. They get scared. B'nei Hashem Elokim betoch eitz hagan. They scared. They tried to hide. Vayitchabe. They tried to hide. Vayikra Hashem Elokim el ha'adam. Vayomer lo ayeka. He calls out to Adam, and he says, Ayeka, where are you? Where are you? Okay. Rashi explains. Obviously, Hashem knows where he is, but he wants to give Adam an opportunity to be honest, to come forward. Vayomer et kolcha shamati bagan. He said, I heard your voice. Adam says back to Hashem, I heard your voice in the Gan. And he says, I was afraid to answer you, because I was a rom anochi. I was naked, I was undressed, and I went to hide. Who said, who told you were naked? Meaning, like right before you weren't embarrassed. The end of the Perek Bet said that they weren't embarrassed. So who commanded you? Who told you that you were undressed? That it's bad. I guess it's bad, or you should be embarrassed that you were undressed. Who told you that? He said, maybe you ate from the tree? Is that how you knew? Right? He's asking him like in a question form. Right, to that tree that I told you shouldn't eat from. Is that what you ate from? Adam, bad husband. What does he do? He throws his wife under the bus. He doesn't say that he ate, right? He says, Pasuk Gimel, Vayomer Hadam, Ha'isha asher natata imadi. The woman that you gave to me, he natanali, she gave to me, min ha'etz. She gave to me this fruit from the tree, va'ochal, and I ate it. Meaning, he doesn't say I ate from the tree. He said, oh, my wife caused it, right? It's like it's a kid that doesn't always says that this kid gave this. The reason I'm in trouble is because of this person. So Adam HaRishon was the first. He was making excuses as well. Pasuk Yod Igimel Vayom Hashem Elokim L'Isha. So Hashem looks at Chava and says, Mazot Asita. What did he do? Vatoma Isha Nachashi Si'ani Vacha. She also blames who? She blames the Nachash. Vatomish ha'isha. Ha-Nachash hisioni va'ochel. The Nachash deceived me. Va'ochal. And I ate it. So they both blame somebody else. I don't know if the Nachash could blame anybody. Now Hashem goes to the Nachash, goes to the serpent, goes to the snake. Kiasita zot arurata. Because you did this, doesn't give the Nachash an opportunity to defend itself. And he says, because you did this, arur ata, you are cursed. Arur ata, mikol habehema umikol chayat hasadeh. So now, a couple things we know about the snake. From the beginning, we know it's arom mimen. It's the most sneaky, most manipulative of all of the most manipulative of all of the animals. We also know that after, when it gets in trouble, we say it's the most cursed. It's the most cursed. What's going to happen to it? Al gechon chatilech, on your belly. You're going to be living on your belly. You're going to crawl on your belly the rest of your life. V'afar tochan, you're going to eat dirt. You're going to eat dust. Kol yimei chayecha. Ve'eva ashit beincha uvein ha'isha uvein zaracha uvein zara hu yishuv charosh v'ata teshufenu akev. Okay, and also in addition to that, people don't like snakes. Well, very few people like snakes. He says, I'm gonna put Ava, not Ava Worthman, not Ava Weiss, not all the great Avas of the world, but Ava in Hebrew, this word means like hatred. Okay, I'm going to place hatred between you and women and men and people. Meaning people don't like, right? The fact that a person doesn't like snakes, that we're scared of snakes, that was like created after the snake forced Chava, or helped Chava, to eat from the Eitz Hadas. Hu Yeshuv Charosh, he's going to strike on the head. Meaning people are going to see a snake and we're going to try to bash them, we're going to try to kill them. And also, va'ata teshufenu akev, and you're going to fight back. You're going to try to bite, or going to try to strike or hit our akev, our heels. Pasuk Tezayin. So that was the punishment to the Nachash. Tezayin ela isha amar, to women. He says to women, what's going to happen? Hirba arbe itzvon nech vehero nech. I am going to make Haroncha, hara is a pregnant woman. So Heroncha, that should tip you off. That pregnancy and having children, though it might be the greatest bracha in the world, it is difficult and painful. Be'etzev, etzev is atzuv, sad. In sadness, tel dibanim. You're going to give birth to children in sadness. Doesn't mean in sadness. It's a happy time, but it's definitely a painful time. That pasuk Zayin is the punishment that was given to women here. Ba ar bet itzvoncha. And a woman is always going to desire her husband. Is always going to feel that she wants to be close to her husband. And there's going to be the man is going to have some type of an upper hand in marriage. That is the punishment for the woman, for Chava. Because you listened to your wife. And you ate from the tree that you were commanded not to. The ground is going to be cursed because of you. And if the ground is cursed, you're going to eat like it's going to be hard to eat. Right? Person's going to have to work hard for their living. It's going to be hard to plant. It's going to be hard to work the field. You're gonna grow. The ground's gonna grow thorns and thistles for you. Okay, your test. You have to know this phrase: by the sweat of your brow. Meaning your brow is like your forehead, right? Person's sweating. It means they're working hard. Usually, they're hot. They're warm. So making money, eating. Work in the field is going to be difficult. It's going to be the sweat of your brow, the sweat of your forehead. Bizeat apecha tocha lechem. That's the only way you're going to eat. Ad shuvcha el hadama ki imenu lukachta, until you run to the ground. Ki afar ata v'el afar tashuv. Okay, your whole life you're going to have to work hard, right? Why? Ki afar ata, you came from the ground. I mean, that's how Adam Arishon was created. We learned that earlier. V'el afar tashuv, and in the end, after 120 years, a person returns to the dust. A person returns to the dirt. That's where we are buried. Okay, that is all of our punishments. Pasuk Chav. Vayikra Adam Shem Ishto Chava. Adam calls her Chava. Ki hi hayta em kol chai. Ki hi hayta em kol chai, because she is considered to be the mother of all living people. So the reason she's called Chava is because she is the aim, the mother of kol chai, of everyone who is living. Okay, so now Hashem also made it. Then last pasuk, not the last pasuk. We have more pasukim. That Hashem made for Adam and Chava katnot or a katonet is like is clothing, right? A katonet pasim was Yosef's clothing. We're going to learn that later. Was made of like leather, and they wore it, meaning because now they didn't have clothing, they were undressed. So he made katnot or vayal b'shem, and he clothed them. Hashem said that now man he knows good and bad because he ate from the Eitz Hadas. He knows the difference between good and bad. V'yata pen yishlach yado l'kach kan the Eitz chaim achal v'chai li'olam. We say that we don't want him to live forever. So now what happens? Part of their punishment is that Hashem takes them outside of Gan Eden. Right? Pasuk of Gimel, he takes them out of Gan Eden to work the land. To work the land which he was where he was taken from. Hashem is Adam is kicked out by Garish. By Yashkin Mikedam Gan Eden, he lives east of Gan Eden. Et hakruvim v'et lahat acheru hamit hapechet lishmor et derech eitz hachayim. And there also there was the kruvim. There was kruvim and the flame of the rotating sword to guard the way to the tree of life. There was some type of like a guardianship or something. There was some type of guarding of these kruvim, and this lahat acherev would kind of guard the way back into, was a barrier, I guess, to get back into Gan Eden. Okay? All right. That's the end of Pasuk Gimel, by Perek Gimel.